All right, if you're learning a language, you know this feeling, right? You've got the vocabulary, you kind of get the grammar, but then when it's time to actually speak, you just freeze. Well, that hesitation is super common, and in this explainer, we're going to break down exactly how to get past it.
Yeah, I'm guessing that question hits pretty close to home. That fear of making a mistake, of sounding silly, or just getting the grammar all wrong, man, it can be paralyzing. It's literally the single biggest thing holding learners back from really getting fluent. But what if our whole approach to this fear has been wrong from the start?
So the first step, and this is absolutely the most critical one, it isn't about learning more words or more rules. It's about changing your perspective. It all starts with a simple but really powerful mindset shift, getting away from the fear of failure and, learning to embrace the process itself.
This right here, this is your new mantra. It's the permission you need to give yourself to learn faster and, honestly, a lot more effectively. Because here's the secret. Every single person who is successful with a new language has at some point totally embraced this one core idea. So let's just completely reframe what a mistake even is. It's not a sign you're failing. It's not something to be embarrassed about. A mistake is just evidence that you're trying. Think of it as a necessary stepping stone, like a little data point on your path to fluency. The truth is, without making mistakes, you can't make any progress. It's impossible. Okay, so if the goal isn't to be perfect, then what are we aiming for when we open our mouths to speak? This is where we really have to separate the anxiety that's going on in our own heads from the reality of the person who's actually listening to us. It is 100% okay to speak, even when you know your grammar isn't perfect. The real goal is just communication, not flawless conjugation. People want to understand your idea, your question, your story. I promise you, they are not sitting there with a little mental red pen just waiting to correct you. And this shows the huge disconnect, right? Inside our own heads, we're chasing this impossible standard of perfect accuracy. But the person you're actually talking to, they see and they value something completely different, your genuine effort to connect with them in their language. And that effort, it builds bridges way more effectively than perfect grammar ever could.
So we've adjusted our mindset, and we understand the real goal is connection, not perfection. Great. Now, how do we actually speed up our progress? Well, it turns out there's a surprisingly direct formula for this. Here's the key insight. Speaking is not the result of learning. Speaking is the learning. It's not some activity you save for when you're good enough. It's the engine that actually gets you there. The more you speak, the faster you will improve. It's that simple. And this action, it builds into this powerful, self-reinforcing cycle. It all starts the moment you just decide to speak. In that instant, you learn something. Maybe you get corrected, maybe you correct yourself, or maybe you just discover a better way to say something. That immediate feedback leads to faster improvement, which builds your confidence to, you guessed it, speak again. This is the engine of fluency. The more you spin this wheel, the faster you'll get where you want to go. So let's take that engine and get it ready for the road. How do we put all of this together for the very next time you get a chance to speak? Here is your new game plan, the little cheat sheet to carry around in your head. 1. Mistakes aren't your enemies, they are your guides. 2. Focus on the effort to communicate, not the pressure to be perfect. And 3. Remember that every single time you choose to speak, you are actively pushing the accelerator on your own learning. Ultimately, this isn't just theory. It's a call to action. Knowing that mistakes are part of the process and that your effort is what truly counts, what conversation will you start today? The fear might not just vanish overnight, but you now have the mindset and the tools to speak anyway. Go use them.